What's up, everybody? My name's Chance. Today we're going to be diving into a Mono White Enchantments deck, and I'd have to say that this is probably a mid-range deck, but honestly, it is so fun to play. You get to play fun things like Felidar, you get to play Archon, and you're also got a little bit of a controlling aspect with things like Elspeth and Banishing Light. So all in all, this is a fantastic deck. The author of the deck managed to climb all the way to Mythic number 594, so, you know, almost top 500 Mythic with this Mono White deck. And I know people really enjoy the Mono White Lifegain Enchantment sort of decks, and this is a nice one because it's not using the Ginger Brew all that glitters, hoping you know, lottery roll into a victory, right? So diving on into the deck, we have 2 copies of Giant Killer. Really good card. For 1 mana, able to tap your creatures your opponent doesn't need to be swinging with, right? Their Croxas, their Oxes, the Beanstalk Giants, whatever it may be, right? Soul God Lantern, really good. There's a ton of graveyard decks running around that allows you to exile. The Birth is going to allow us to grab more planes out, which is really good for Felidar, as well as our top end, as it just helps us get there. Not to mention the fact that it gives us a 0/4 wall. It's an enchantment, so it procs the Archon, and we get to gain 2 life. It's a solid card. It's an uncommon. You should have it. Runed Halo, I don't think we should have this in the deck as a 3-off, just being honest, you know. Sure, you can name a creature and then not have damage dealt from that creature, but you don't want to be drawing this card too much. I can assure you of that one. Banishing Light, really good, able to exile any non-land permanent, and it procs the Archon, of course, right? Equally on the level with Banishing Light, we have Skyclave, which also allows us to exile non-token, non-land permanents with converted mana cost 4 or less. It's actually really good, even though it has a lot of specifications. You're getting a body out of it, and the opponent potentially doesn't get anything, depending on if they ever remove it or whatever. Omen of the Sun, more creatures, more life gain, scry ability, and it procs the Archon, so that's nice. Felidar and Archon, I feel like we should already know, but if you don't, every time a land enters with Felidar, you're going to be able to choose one of these, either create a 2/2 White Cat Beast creature token, or put a +1/+1 counter on every creature you control, and then those creatures gain vigilance, so it's a really good sort of anthem effect, right? Archon, flying lifelinker, and Pegasus you control have lifelink. So every time you play an enchantment, you're going to create a 2/2 Pegasus, and because of this card, those Pegasus are also going to have lifelink, and then you're going to have a flying lifelinking army. It's going to be really hard for your opponent to get through, right? Legion Angel is just a solid card for 4 mana. You get a 4/3 flyer, and you get some in your sideboard, which you can pull out. Little ECD action to take care of things such as Bone Crushers, maybe Lockmere Serpents, Yorians, right? There's a ton of stuff that has 3 CMC or higher. This also allows you to return things like your Archon and Legion Angel from your graveyard to the battlefield. Last but not least, we have Emeria's Call. I've actually been casting this card quite a bit thanks to the Birth. You actually hit 7 mana pretty consistently with this deck, and getting those 4/4 down, giving your creatures indestructible, it's really beneficial. So this deck does come with the sideboard, of course, but we're not going to be playing it best of 3 today. Y'all know I prefer best of 1. It's really my element. It's where I like to be, and you know, it's whatever. If you want to play in best of 3, there's a sideboard. If not, play in best of 1. So this was a super fun deck. It's super straightforward, which is really nice, and for all those Mono White life gainers, you do get to gain a ton of life with this. The Archon, the Felidar, it's all really nice. So if you enjoyed the video, or if you are enjoying the video, please be sure to leave a like down below. Comment if you have any questions, suggestions, comments, concerns, all that good stuff. If you're new here and you want to support the channel / get new videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon that pops out afterwards for the most goodness out of the channel. Does that make sense? I don't think so. Anyways, hop over to twitch.tv/DrSpillikin, toss a follow if you want to see us play these decks live. There's a link for the Discord in the description. Highly recommend you go click that. And last but not least, if you're looking to support the channel through a monetary means, there's a join button down below each and every video for our YouTube memberships, which I cannot recommend enough. Go at least read over, see if it's something you might be interested in. Anyways, all that being said and out of the way, we're going to keep this quick, snappy, and to the point. And without further ado, let's hop right into the magic. Mixco. I feel like I'm saying that right. Or wrong? Mixco? Anyways, we're going to keep this hand. I'll quit saying our opponent's name over and over again. Birth of Meletis is good. That'll kick us up to the 4 mana without us having to use Emeria's Call. Opponent immediately going for that Fabled Passage. Red. Do I want to save Giant Killer? Tell you what, we'll go ahead and get it down. This way, if we can get the Felidar down and start creating tokens, we should be all good. This also gives us a, you know, a creature in case the opponent is some variation of aggro. And if they have removal, well, at least it's going to the giant killer. Rakdos. Interesting. Interesting. Well, this might lead them to believe that we're mono white aggro and might push them heavier. No? Okay. So we should actually discard a land here. It's going to hurt us, but you know, it's not always rainbows and sunshine. Here in Magic the Gathering. Castle Ardenvale. Lovely, lovely. Get down the Birth. Probably will go ahead and swing in with the giant killer. You never know when that 1 point of damage is going to make all the difference, right? We actually don't have a play for our next turn, but we will be getting a 0/4 wall, which is nice. Solid little body to defend with. We can also use giant killer to make sure that their Kroxa stays tapped in the future. Alright, so we've already seen 6 lands, alright? A little Elspeth Nightmare to destroy our giant killer. Then they're gonna reveal our hand and take our Felidar, and I can't let that happen. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm gonna need to take that Nightmare from you. Sorry about your luck, but I can't allow it. My retreat is too important. Too important. Alright, so they have the potential to play land, play Kroxa. If that happens, we discard a land, right? We can still get down Felidar. Emeria's might have to end up coming down as a land. We'll have to see. Mire Triton, not a huge threat for us. Actually, they don't have enough cards for the Kroxa escape, so that's good. Good news for us. Oh, that water went down the wrong pipe. Thought I was gonna die, but we're okay. We stabled out. Alright, Felidar, you come on down. You beautiful, beautiful card, you. And, I mean, I guess if we just keep drawing lands, we don't really have to worry about Emeria's Call. Eventually we'll be there, mana-wise, so. Luckily, they don't have the proper split for Kroxa, even if they do get the right amount of cards. Do we block here? Nah, we can take 2 damage. We can take the 2 damage. So we'll play a land, create a 2/2, probably create another 1/1 with the castle. That way we can start building up our board. Alright. Mike is thinking real hard. A little ECD action. Well, that's really good. That is really, really good. So we're at 5 mana. This puts us to 6, which means we need 1 more for Emeria's Call. We're not playing ECD till we see that Ox, I guess. Kroxa is only 2 CMC, so it's not really worth it there either. So they don't have any removal for my Banishing Light. Boy, that would be terrible. Then that would allow their Elspeth's Nightmare to look into my hand almost immediately. Cling to Dust. Okay. That's not too scary. They're just going to draw a card. They still have the proc, though, which means it's probably Bone Crusher, right? Bone Crusher or some form of removal for us. That's fine. And like I said, we'll get the soldier, right? It is a soldier, human, whatever. Tomato, tomato. Am I right? That actually makes sense, since didn't these come out? Oh, Throne of Eldraine. Well, yeah, around Ikoria. They were probably setting up for Ikoria, right? Alright, sorry, I had to yawn. So we'll pass. Do I allow the damage, or do I create the 1/1 to block it? I think we actually need to get the 1/1 started going and creating, you know, counters on them if we want to win, so we'll take it. If they play Bone Crusher, we can always ECD it. We do have 5 cards, but I think you have to exile 5. Yeah, so they'd still need another card. There's the Bone Crusher. Pretty much like we had expected. Wait until they pass into their end step, and then we'll create a 1/1. It's still there, which means they must have a 1-mana spell. It's going to be Bloodchief's Thirst. Wow, alright. Well, then we're fine to go ahead and create this. They use that on the wall. We can create this, right? Ruined Halo, that's good. We can put that for Kroxa. If I do this, I can't use Ruined Halo. Definitely want to use Ruined Halo on the Kroxa. I think we might just chum block to the Bone Crusher here. That does say each opponent though, so like even with it entering, it's still gonna have its effects. Damn you, Kroxa! That's fine. At least protects our face from it. I guess we could have used Bone Crusher as well, so that way come later they couldn't use Bone Crusher to swing in, and then we could also allow this Bone Crusher to hit face. So there's an argument to be made for throwing Ruined and calling it for Bone Crusher. Okay. I think we go for the Mire Triton takeout here, maybe? Because we know we're going to ECD the Bone Crusher. Although losing life isn't exactly where we want to be. So they're probably going to... Fuck, I really don't want to get rid of either of these two. We have to get rid of one, though. It's probably the Call, right? Alright, so they're going to grab a Swamp here. Probably bring back Kroxa. Yeah. Super unfortunate for us, but... No, they murder Shredder. Wow. Alright, so we're going to take 6 damage here. Ooh. This does give us enough for our Emeria's Call. But that means when they go to play Kroxa, which they will, they'll get the... So whatever I don't play here is definitely getting discarded, right? Well, if that's the case, I'd rather have this. We don't have anything really to pull back with this. We have Giant Killer, but, I mean, come on. 7 mana, create 2 4/4s. That's at least something to work with. When Kroxa comes down, we won't immediately lose the life, so that's good. Actually, we won't lose life anyways, right? Well, it doesn't deal damage. Fuck. I wish I knew all the rulings in Magic. I think Kroxa's just going to go right through Ruined Halo. Don't know that that was proper decision making. Hey, but never mind. They're not even going to play the Kroxa. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. So I think we have to let the Mire Triton through. Block with the Bone Crusher with the 2/2. We're sending 8 damage in the skies to their face. Are they going to swing in? I mean, they should, right? They don't. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Oh my goodness. We can't do it. If we had one more oh, no, it required 2 more mana. Right. Okay. Well, we should definitely do this. Get rid of the cards we can while we can. Thank you for the Bone Crusher. I wish I had drawn a land actually so I could give my creatures vigilance, but that's okay. We'll swing in here. We'll leave the 2/2 back. We do have lethal, if nothing else, right? So if they just play down Kroxa, they have 3 mana remaining. Well, Elspeth's a nightmare to take out that, and they do have enough for Kroxa, which is a nightmare for us, because that means Archon's getting discarded. But even if they play Kroxa... Oh no, because they gain the 2 life. So we will need to hit a land here. Absolutely 100% need to hit a land, right? If we do, we can win. If not, it's a sad, sad day. Alright. Need a land. Need a land. They're like reading over Crooks. So like, can this activate? It does. It does, unfortunately. Oh. What? That makes no sense. But sure. Put him down to 3. I guess we could have put a counter on Archon. Whoops. Whoops. We're at 5 life. They play Croxa. That's going to deal 3. They can't also swing in, though, so they need, like, Croxa plus Bone Crusher. Oh, no. This is the situation I was talking about. Although, maybe Ruined Halo and them not understanding how Croxa works is what has kept us alive this long. You know, maybe they just haven't been wanting to play the Croxa because they're like, oh, it doesn't work. Alright, well. Moment of truth, right? Heartless Act. Oh, and we're in the clear. And we're in the clear. Good game. We did it. Mono White Enchantments. Taking down Rakdos mid-range. A very odd game. I'm not sure why they're taking so long. Alright, so we just take the damage here. And then they concede anyways. Cool beans. We are recording, everything's good. Not so good is gonna be our first foe. Funny the way that works. We'll keep this. We have 2 births, which means we can definitely get to more mana. Felidar seems good, Omen seems good, so yeah. Good all around. Gigantha, I haven't seen that card in a minute. Part of me says go ahead and play the Soul God, the other part says nah. Just wait, Chance, just be patient. Alright. Let's say births should generally go down easy peasy. Nobody's going to be looking to counter Birth of Meletis, right? Opponent's playing Sultan. They immediately pull the Gigantha into their hand. Wow. Alright. Part of me says the Omen will be good, but I want to guarantee that we can get down Felidar on our next turn, especially since we have 2. Or maybe we go for the Archon first, right? We'll see. We shall see. Let's go ahead and exile the opponent's graveyard, I think. Just the 1 card. We made it sound a lot scarier than what it was. It was just 1 card. Alright, opponent's playing Sultan. Let's see if they grab any other colors here. Oh, okay. Ooh, Sultan Titan's Nest. I like it. Castle Ardenvale. Nice. We're going to gain 2 life here. Gain another wall. Sounds good to me. I say we go for the Archon. If we can slam a Jamma and Archon this turn, great. And if we don't get it, we can always play Felidar come next turn and then play a land following that, right? Or be super greedy, play Felidar and not play the land, wait for the other Felidar. We'll see. We'll see which way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes it's in our favor and sometimes, you know, it falls out of our lap. Not much you can do about that. That's just what we call a wasted cookie. Heartless Act, yeah, makes sense. Now we have Soul God Lantern, which is probably the bane of the existence of Titan's Nest, right? Oh well, never mind. They just get to do it anyways. There is no activation or proc or any of that kind of nature, right? All right. Well, then argument could have been made to go ahead and exile their graveyard. That's fine. So we do have Felidar. We also have Banishing Light. I think Banishing Light. Let's see. You have Protection. Well, we could just throw this down, put it on Gigantha, but Gigantha's going to gain them a lot of mana. So I say we take out the Gigantha. Titan's Nest is annoying, but not the end of the world. Oh. Okay, yeah. Take out Giganta. I was about to say, wait, did I choose the right thing? Ruined Halo doesn't really need to be played here. We could go ahead and play a land, but I almost want to save it. Definitely gonna Felidar come next turn, so. Opponent's gonna keep their top card. Makes me a little worried. Reign of Revelation. Never mind, they're just drawing 3 for this turn and discarding 1, which means they only have 1 colorless mana. Eat to Extinction is what they get rid of. Another land. Alright, well, let's play a Felidar. Let's play a land. Let's create a 2/2. Almost clicked on the wrong one there. And end our turn. This is going to be difficult, actually, with Titan's Nest, because they can continuously exile their graveyard, so it's not like we can really determine when we need to be taking care of it. I guess we could take care of it now, right? Yikes. Well, let's go ahead and do it then. This way they only have access to 2 mana for the remaining of the turn, for the remainder of the turn, however you want to say it. Okay, make that a little bit more than 2 mana, right? Right, because I forget Rain, so that would have been 3 anyways, so. They have 5 mana here. That's, oh man, Titan's Nest. What a card, what a card. Oh, okay. They just play down Mazemon. I think maybe exiling cards from the graveyard would have been there. Anyways, we'll get down another Felidar Retreat, because why not? Am I right? Am I right? Now, they do have mana, but it's all colorless, so we don't have to worry about counter magic necessarily. They can use a Mazemon Tomb, draw a card, something like that, but I think we'll be alright. Let's go ahead and create. And we will go ahead and play another Birth of Meletis, draw out some more lands, gain some more life, all that lovely stuff. Does help thin the deck, if nothing else. Gives us another land for Felidar. And we'll get in for the 2 damage. Now on our next turn, we might actually put counters, because that is going to be non-damage, which means 2 turns of that is lethal, right? You don't need to create any more beast than what you need, given that board wipes exist and all that kind of stuff, right? I guess we could have waited on exile in their graveyard until they had a little bit more in it, huh? Sort of jumped the gun there. Ah, well. So they should be exiling constantly if it's not paying for the actual color cost, right? Happy to see Titan's Nest actually getting some play now, though. Like, that's good. Alright, so they have 5, 8, 11 mana. Alright, they're going to hard cast a Shark Typhoon. I like that. Some spice to it. And an extinction of it. 0, take care of all of our tokens. Take care of their own token, too. That's good. At least they're not left with anything, right? If we're not going to have anything, neither should they. And gain another mana. I wonder what for. 2 mana. Draw a card with Mazemon, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, they have to resolve the Mazemon. I was like, what is taking so long? Okay, good. I'm glad that actually played the revealed one, because, you know, me being me. Alright, so Omen can wait. I actually want to name this for Shark, right? Like, name the Ruined Halo for Shark. But we can wait on that. Alright, so we'll end our turn. We have Omen of the Sun coming down next turn, plus another land, which means we'll have 4 creatures, plus 1 on all of them would be 3, 6, plus 4, 10 damage. Alright, if our creatures can live here, we can do some good stuff. If not, we can still get in for 4, which I guess is more than 0, right? Rain. Alright. So yeah, we'll probably name Shark, and at least that way our faces will be protected. I don't know if we'll be able to swing all in, but we'll see. Alright, let's go for the Omen. It lands. It lands. We could actually go ahead and sacrifice Omen here. Get our Scry on. I think that's well worth it. Either that or we could have used Castle maybe to create a token, huh? I think that's pretty good. I think that is pretty solid. Let's get in the Emeria's Call there on the top. Do I play it, knowing they have 3 mana available? Could just be an instant speed spell, like Thirst for Meaning. It allows them to get another shark down and potentially destroy another creature of ours. Could go for Emeria's Call here and boost everything. I think that's better for next turn, maybe? Well, it does give indestructible, but if they board wipe us, then we'd want it on the next turn, right? Well, we're definitely going to do this. If we're going to put +1/+1 counter, +1/+1 counter. Alright, so that actually kicks our cats up to 4s, these up to 3s. I forgot we had 2 Felidars, so that's a little bit more damage than what I was initially bargaining for. Not that I'm upset, of course. I mean, if they don't have Extinction Event, we're so good, right? There's 1, 2. How many do you think they main board? Surely not 3, right? Let's do it. Sometimes you gotta put all your eggs in one basket, right? We'll see. We'll see. The opponent's exile and stuff, that's not a good sign for us. Not a good sign at all. They might have a big old shark counter. Thirst for Meaning. No? They're just gonna put more stuff onto the battlefield, alright? Discarding 2 lands, gives them 2 more mana. They could go for some removal here, potentially, if they have it in hand, right? Exile some cards. They don't. Our stuff's going to land, and it's going to be okay. We have Vigilance and Indestructible. Let's get them. They should probably block, yep, there, and yep. So we'll still deal 7, come down to 11. We still have lethal come next turn. Of course, if they have Extinction Event, it's going to be a sad day for us, right? Heartless Act. That leads me to believe that they don't have the Extinction Event, right? You generally wouldn't waste the one spell if you're about to turn around and exile the whole board. Although they're all swinging in now, so I'd definitely say we should block, prevent the damage, and you know, if they have the Extinction Event. Wow, why would you waste a Heartless Act then? That I don't understand. Okay, well, we're down to Castle Ardenvale, huh? That's alright. I think we can give protection from the sharks. We'll see. So, in case anyone's wondering, they do run at least 3 copies of Extinction Event. I mean, I guess if we can just live long enough, they'll end up milling themselves, right? Alright. Another land means another 2 cats. That's fantastic. And of course, we still have Castle, which we can use to create more creatures with. Ruined Halo will name sharks. Can I name sharks, actually? Let's see. You can name Shark Typhoon. You can't name actual sharks, like the token? No, you have to name Shark Typhoon. Yikes. Alright, Can I not name anything? Sorcerer Spyglass is in ours. Alright, I guess not. We can't cancel it either? Well, that's a bummer. Alright, whatever. We're just playing it to play it. It's weird that you can't name that. Isn't a token a card? Or is a token not technically a card? Certainly looks like one. I know they make token cards. It would just seem to make sense that you could use Ruined Halo to name Shark. Shark token, right? I don't know. I may be way off basis with that, but you know. Hey, look at that. You got the emote. We definitely need to get some more emotes. Lockmere Serpent coming down for our foe. This is gonna be a big creature for them to be swinging at us with, right? Now we do still have castle, so we can at least create another little creature. You know, if I'd have known they had Lockmere Serpent, it would have been pretty easy for me to decide. All right. Anyways, we'll try and block with the 1/1. Yeah, that's a little bit of a yikes with the Ruined Halo. I thought for sure then. We can name sharks. Oh well. You live and you learn. Live and you learn. So if I put the counters on our creatures, actually not that good, right? We'll need to overwhelm our foe here. I believe so. So we're going to take 9 in the sky. Alright, so they... Fuck. Well, maybe they can. This is a beautiful deck, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful deck. I don't think I can afford it, but we did try to load it up yesterday, and it was... it's a wild card hell, right? So I think they have enough for lethal. 9 plus 8 is 17 plus 7 is 24. Yeah. Alright, so that's GG then. All they have to do is sacrifice an island. Lockmere gets through. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Damn, that sucks. Alright. Para Minos. Para... I don't know. We're just gonna call you Para. Yeah, I keep seeing this Ruined Halo. I swear there's only like 1 or 2 copies in the deck, and we keep seeing it. Every game so far. That's fine. Maybe it'll be a little more useful here. We are going to keep this hand. It has the Birth, help us draw out another land. Skyclave for some removal. Elspeth for some removal. I mean, it might be alright. We'll see. Whew, I tell you, I am tired. Goodness gracious, sorry for all the yawning this morning. Well, our opponent just doesn't really know if they want their hand or not. That's okay. I understand how it goes sometimes. Change kitty cat. I don't want to leave it on white though, right? I feel like that's a dead giveaway. Let's change it to like blue. Just throw them completely off, right? Well, change it to purple. I was gonna say Azorius is actually like a common deck, and then that sort of bleeds into white enchantments, which is exactly what we're playing. They look to be... Excuse me? They look to be playing something rather spicy. Rather spicy indeed. So we'll probably Banishing Light the Ozolith. It's just not a good card to leave running around on the board, right? And Elspeth can't hit it because it's only 1 CMC, so... You know how that goes. Stone Cool. Okay, so we can actually deal with the Stone Cool with Skyclave. Leave Ozolith. Although Ozolith is going to get the counters from Stone Cool. Actually, we should Banishing Light the Ozolith. That Stone Cool can't get through our wall, right? Although if we don't Banishing Light now, we go ahead and play Skyclave. That leaves Banishing Light later for the Archon. I'm going to take Banishing Light and slam a jam it on the Ozolith now. Now, they can move Shadow Spear onto the Stone Cool, which would make it big enough to take out the wall. But I think we can take 1 hit and be alright, right? Surely. Surely. They're going to equip it to the Stone Cool, as we had said. We're going to let it ride. You know, no biggie. No biggie. I want to get down the Archon. This way, next turn we can go Skyclave and maybe Ruined Halo. I don't know what we would name Ruined Halo for, but you know. Take another 4. Nah, we'll block with the wall this time. I don't want to go too low. You never know what the opponent might have. They got that weird double striker. You know, it's just shit could hit the fan real quick. Alright, so let's go Skyclave. Take this. Thank you kindly. I want to go Ruined Halo, but we don't really know what they have quite yet, right? So maybe I just swing in with my Archon, gain some life, deal some damage. The huge. I guess I could also just name Core Blade Master here. And I don't really ever have to deal with it. I can always let it swing in. Sure. Sure. And we'll get a Pegasus. A little flying horse for our troubles. They played a land and then immediately kicked to attack phase, so I'm gonna have to safely assume they don't actually have any playables here, and it's just full of like, well, I don't really know what their hand's full of, honestly. ECD doesn't hit anything here. Soul God Lantern could at least allow us to draw a card, and since they're not a graveyard deck, I am going to go ahead and play that. See what we can find here. See what it be? A land. Well, not exactly what we wanted, but you know. We'll swing in. We do have protection from the Core Blade Master, so it doesn't matter if that swings back at us. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4 right there? So we have 6 lands. This will give us the Emeria's Call. Wow, they had another Core Blade Master. You can't make this stuff up, folks. That is just beautiful. So they're probably going to scoop out relatively soon after me playing that, right? I know I would. So we can swing in with Skyclave because they can't really afford to block. Cool beans. We're up to 31 health. We have 8, 11. Oh, we have 13 damage. Yeah. We have lethal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, GG. Alright, well that was a quick one. That was nice and easy. Just Rob fighting. Well, Rob, you needed to calm down. Chill your tatas. We're going to keep this hand because we have the Birth, and I really enjoy that. And we have Archon, and, well, I also really enjoy that. So, I'm a simple man, all right? You show me one card that I like, I'm probably going to keep the hand as long as we got some lands. And we do. We do indeed. Mono red. Ooh. Do love seeing you so early in my morning. Gotta say. We're actually going to swing in with the Giant Killer because Giant Killer can't block the Hellhound. We can safely assume they have at least 2 lands in hand, right? So we might as well get into 1 free damage. Right. There it is. The 2/3 and Kargan Intimidator. Alright, interesting. The bad thing with Kargan... Alright, well, the 0/4 wall is nice. Alright, so we just save our mana. We save... we can actually swing in here. Yeah, we do swing in here. Because if they take the trade with the Kargan, beautiful. Alright, and if they don't, well, we're still dealing the 1 damage. Here, they're going to swing in with Kargan, right? We're going to block the wall. They're going to boost the Kargan, maybe. They might name our wall as a coward, and then it can't block Kargan. They're swinging all in. They're going to allow it. Alright, beautiful. Now they boost the Kargan, because they're like, okay, I'll deal with this wall easy peasy. But what they don't know is that I have a Giant Killer, and bye-bye Kargan. Alright, so we dealt with that, you know, relatively easily, I would say. 2 life gained is beautiful, and then we'll get down the Archon, which is more life link. We can swing back in with the Giant Killer if I want to. I think I do. Let's keep knocking them down. Mono red, where's your damage at? I mean, bro, we're so close in life. And it's already turn 4. This is generally where you win at, right? Now they shocked or bolted that land in rather, so I'm guessing they have some spicy ass plays here. They're swinging all in. This does worry the actual fuck out of me. They have an Embercleave here. Are we dead? No, but we're gonna hurt, right? I also can't block with Archon if they have Embercleave. No Embercleave? Oh, beautiful. No Embercleave is a happy chance. Alright, so we play the plains, play this, we can play the other Giant Killer, or we can use our other Giant Killer to tap. So get this down, we take the tapped one, we want this one to be able to block our Archon, if they so choose. Would I rather have another Giant Killer to block, or tap a creature of theirs with my Giant Killer? I can tap their Robber come their turn, then it can't even swing in. That's not bad. Or same thing with Fervent, you know, yada yada yada. All right, so we're definitely swinging in with Fervent or Archon. And you know what? We're actually going to leave this Giant Killer out here by itself. And we are going to tap before they go to attack. But we're going to tap the Fervent to reduce the amount of damage, right? Bone Crusher is fine. That means probably not Embercleave. Well, hell, I guess it still could be. So let's tap. Well, I guess this does give them a bigger advantage. It's just the other ways they have more power. So we're going to take two points of damage here. We'll block with the wall. Go down to 11. That's fine, though, because we still have the Archon on our side cracking back at them, right? Cool, cool, cool. We're at how many lands? God, it's so hard to tell. 4, 5. This will be 6, right? So we'll need one more land, but Banishing Light is beautiful. So I mean, we got to take the Robber. The Robber is card advantage, and that's something we just can't allow Mono Red to have. They already have so much damage, they don't need to have card advantage as well, right? So we'll smack them down to 8. We'll go back up to 14. I do enjoy gaining the life. We still have Giant Killer, so we can tap out the Rimrock more than likely. Oh, it's just a land. How beautiful. So before they go to attack, or actually we could tap you, then we could block the Rimrock with our Giant Killer. We can block Fervent with the 1/2. We can block the Hellhound with the wall. Beautiful. I think we got this game in the bag. They're going to play down the Bone Crusher, and we're going to gain 5 more life. Oh, yep. Watch them scoop. Watch them scoop. No, they didn't scoop? Really? I thought for sure. We're up to 19 health. I mean, even if they draw Embercleave, we just double block with Angels. Yeah, GG, Rob fighting. We're 3-1 with Mono White Enchantments. I got to say, this deck gets the stamp of 2 thumbs up from the doctor. 97% too. It climbed us 2 percentile.